Hi folks, so today I'm going to be doing some ice dyeing. I discovered that a pair of pants, mine had some, I don't know, green paint or something. I must have brushed up against something I shouldn't have. And it hasn't come out in the wash, so I'm going to dye these and at least have the blotches look intentional. So first of all, I've got some soda ash sitting in this tub here, all dissolved. And I'm gonna let these guys soak for about 15 minutes and then the fun stuff happens. Okay, so I just put these in there and make sure they're all good and wet all over. You need the soda ash to kind of fix the dye, otherwise it's just gonna wash out. So you wanna make sure every part is good and soaked. Sometimes it's hard to get everything under the water, but you know, you do your best. And you want to make sure that what you're putting in here is only a vegetable fiber like cotton or linen, because soda ash will dissolve animal fibers like silk or wool, and or human skin. So you want to make sure that you're wearing gloves if you're playing with soda ash. All right, well, I'll find gloves. Anyway, so this is all squished in here, and then I'll set my timer and come back in about 15 minutes. Alrighty, so I have, actually before I put my gloves on, these are the swatches that I made out of the various Procyon dyes that I have. Those are dyes that are to go with the soda ash and vegetable fibers. And I'm trying to think which one I'm going to use. Kind of like a navy. I'm not sure if I have a navy. Let's see here. Let's do aquamarine. All right, there we go. So this is the one that we're going to do. Now it's going to look different because my background fabric is already sort of a Wedgwood blue, but we'll see what happens when we put this on it. All right, let me see. Okay, there we go. Aquamarine. Okay, and I've got my gloves. I always put these on backwards. There we go. 1 and 2. Nope. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna just dump out this water. It's got a lot of soda ash in it, so. I'll deal with that tomorrow. Okay, and then we've got my dedicated cooling rack here. Definitely want to make sure that you're not using any baking and cooking stuff when you're dyeing, like this soda ash. Okay, over there. All right, so now I'm just gonna bunch up my pants in no particular order, just nice and crumply. Probably want to do it so there's not a whole lot of fabric on top of any other particular fabric so that the dye can work its way down. Okay, and now just gonna rinse soda ash off my fingers. Okay, and now I've got a buttload of ice. I learned in a previous ice dyeing that if you just sprinkle some water on the ice, that it kind of holds it together as one thing. So hopefully that's the case this time. Hey, that's awesome. Great. All right, and so you want to make sure that ice is covering everything. If it doesn't have ice on it, it's not going to get colored. Perfect. Okay, so if you want to see me fight with ice, before I learned that trick, there is a video about that. And yeah, there you go. All right, so now it's time for the fun stuff. Now the Procyon dyes tend to break, like split into different colors, which is why I made swatches. And that's the fun part of them. Acid dyes don't tend to do that. So with acid dyes, you kind of know what you're getting into. These guys, not necessarily so much. All right. So that's like that. Let's maybe a little bit more over here. Okay, so that's a good amount sprinkled around. And now we wait. And tomorrow afternoon, I'll check on this and see what it's been up to. Okay, see you then. Alrighty, so, oh, gloves. Where'd my gloves go? For Pete's sake. Alrighty, have my gloves. So let's see here. This I just put on to keep the cats from walking all over this. All right, so first thing I'm gonna rinse it in cold water. I still have a chunk of ice on here, but I think that's fine. Everything looks colored. So I'm gonna rinse this until it goes clear, which is gonna take a while. So I'll get back to you after that. It's gonna take a while. Alrighty, so this has been rinsed in cold water, and it's coming out mostly clear. So now it's time to wash it with the professional textile detergent, and that's gonna be in super hot water. At least as hot as I can get. So the instructions are a 1/4 cup per load. I'm not doing a full load, so I'm just going to do a slosh. You just make sure the water's not going down the drain. I'm just going to sit and let this soak for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and do some happy cat dance on that. Okay, so this has been sitting in here for, I don't know, probably 7 minutes or so. So I'm just going to do the happy cat dance and swoosh about. You see the water is a lot more blue than it had been when I was just rinsing. So I guess that's good. It's getting the excess out, so that's nice not having blue legs. And that looks like a nice color, or a bunch of colors. Okay, so now I go back to rinsing. The rinsing always takes a long time. this is pretty good. Still has a little bit of soap in there, but my hands are getting tired. Okay, so now I'm gonna dry this, and then we shall see what we get. It's very exciting. Okay, so I have just taken the pants out of the dryer, and yeah, they're a little wrinkly, but you know, that's how I roll, man. So yeah, you can see where the color is kind of broken down. There's some yellow and there's some darker blue, but I think it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. So there we go. Ice dyeing my pants. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you had a good time, and I hope that you get up to some crafty shenanigans. Until I see you next time. Take care. See you soon, Lee. Bye.